This is Nara, Japan. Nara is one of the oldest cities in Japan, with a history of over 1,200 years. There are still many traditional cultural properties and crafts in Nara, and one of these is Nara brushes. While some traditional crafts are made through division of labor, Nara brushes are unique in that a single artisan is responsible for everything from purchasing the materials to finishing the brush. Let's take a look at how Ms. Chiyomi Tanaka, the first woman to become a Japanese government-certified brush artisan, makes her brushes. The first thing she does is Kikomi, which means sorting hairs. She sorts the original hair according to use, and selects hairs with only good hair ends. The second thing she does is nukiage, which means combing hairs. She combs through the original hairs to eliminate any cotton-like elements or contaminations. The third thing she does is Camomi, which means rubbing hairs. She heats the hairs with rice husk ashes, then rolls the hair in deerskin sheet and rubs with hand, which straightens and eliminates the oil in the hair to make them ready. The fourth thing she does is sakizoroe, which means alignment of hairs. She puts together the hair ends to align properly, which will be the pointed end of the brush. The fifth thing she does is hirame, which means cutting hairs. She soak water in the aligned hairs, and cut the hair to the length of brush. The sixth thing she does is katazuke, which means forming brush shape. She adds some short and long hairs to form a good corn shape of brush end. The seventh thing she does is nerimaze, which means mixing hairs. She mixes and kneads several types of hair many times and at the same time, removing any uneven hairs. The eighth thing she does is Shinata, which means making brush core. She adds funori glue to the hairs and arranges the brush shape with a special tool called Oima. Then she dries the hairs. The ninth thing she does is joumokise, which means adding hairs. She glues additional cosmetic hairs on the surface of the core hairs, and then dries the hairs. The photo shows the brushes after they have dried. You can see that the brush bristles are made up of 2 layers. The 10th thing she does is ojime, which means tying hairs. She ties the brush bottom position with hemp yarn, and further tighten using a hot iron, which makes the bottom shape of the brush. The 11th thing she does is Kikomi, which means fixing brush. She cuts the inside of brush holder to fit the brush bottom size, and glues the brush bottom to the brush holder. Finally, the 12th thing she does is Shaga, which means final adjustment. She soaked the core of the brush with funori glue and tie with hemp yarn to arrange the whole brush into a good shape, and then dries the brush. The brush is now complete. After this, another artisan will carve the brush's name and other details into the brush's handle.
What is the most wonderful thing about making brushes?
Well, the type of brush you use will depend on your preferences. The thing that makes me happiest is when customers who use my brushes say things like, "It was easy and comfortable to write with," or, "I was able to win an award."
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions for Ms. Tanaka about making brushes, please feel free to ask anything using the website's contact form.